What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome to another installment of my top 5 tech series. This time I'm going to be taking a look at the best gaming monitors under $200 and you guys can find the links down below if anyone is interested. Now if this is a little above your budget, you guys can check out my top 5 gaming monitors under $150 that I did a few months back, and I will leave a link to that down below as well. Let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to start from the most cheapest and work our way up to the best gaming monitors. So first up we have the Acer 23.8-inch IPS display. Now although it has a 4 millisecond response time, I put this in here since it's the best looking monitor and features an IPS display with super thin bezels. For connections, it features an HDMI, DVI, and a VGA port, but please keep in mind that this is an IPS display, which means that you get vibrant colors and great viewing angles in exchange for it being glossy and reflective. So if you sit near a window with lots of sunlight, you might want to look elsewhere. The only 3 negatives about this monitor is that it doesn't have VESA compatibility, meaning you can't mount this monitor anywhere. It also doesn't have built-in speakers, and the height cannot be adjusted. The Acer R240HY is excellent for a multi-monitor setup because of those super sexy and thin bezels, and that is why I included it in this list. Moving on up, we have the Dell 23.6-inch TN monitor with a 2 millisecond response time and a 60Hz refresh rate. The bezels aren't as thin as the Acer monitor we just went over, but it's still pretty slim. For connections, we have a VGA and 2 HDMI 1.4 ports, which is awesome if you want to connect your PC and a gaming console without having to plug anything out. This is a TN panel, meaning you don't get as vibrant colors or great viewing angles as an IPS display, but you do get an anti-glare screen. However, there is an IPS option for $17 cheaper if that's something you prefer more. The negatives are no VESA compatibility, built-in speakers, DVI port, or height adjustability. But overall, this is a solid and fast gaming monitor for around $150. If 60Hz just doesn't cut it for you guys, the QNX 24-inch monitor is also a great option. You get a 144Hz refresh rate, 1.5 millisecond response time gaming monitor for only $170. For connections, you only get a single DVI-D port, which isn't the best, but at least it's VESA compatible and has built-in speakers. For the record, the built-in speakers in most monitors pretty much suck, but it's still a nice feature to have compared to not having it. Negatives. The monitor doesn't come with any HDMI ports, it's not compatible with Max or DVI-D adapters, and doesn't have height adjustability. Also, it's not compatible with old GPUs, which is interesting, so if you guys are going to be purchasing this, make sure you keep the original box, because if it doesn't work with your PC, you guys can send it back. But if you're on a budget and want to own a 144Hz gaming monitor, this is pretty much a really good option for $170. You won't be able to find anything cheaper, and by the looks of it, it's most likely on sale and probably won't be available forever. At number 4, we have the BenQ RL24, which is a 24-inch TN panel with a 75Hz refresh rate and a 1 millisecond response time. For connections, we have a dual-link DVI, 2 HDMI, and a headphone jack. The monitor is also VESA compatible and does feature built-in speakers, which is nice. Please keep in mind that even though it states the monitor is 75Hz, it does come with a 60Hz refresh rate out of the box, so you will need to manually either select the 75Hz option or overclock it in order to achieve the 75Hz refresh rate, which is super easy to do. I'll leave a link to a YouTube video that will show you how. The only negative is that you can't adjust the height, but overall a very solid gaming monitor with lots of awesome features. Last but not least, we have a 24-inch monitor from Acer with a 144Hz refresh rate and a 1 millisecond response time. Ladies and gentlemen, this here is the best bang for your buck gaming monitor under $200. For connections, it has one of each, a VGA, dual-link DVI, HDMI, and even an audio jack. The monitor is also VESA compatible. In fact, the only 2 features that it's missing are the built-in speakers and height adjustability, which seems to be very common on monitors in this price range. If you have $200 to spend on your next gaming monitor, this should definitely be on your list. I do want to give an honorable mention to the 25UM57 for those that prefer an ultrawide monitor instead. This one sports an IPS display with a 60Hz refresh rate and a 5 millisecond response time, which is pretty decent for gaming. And if you need a monitor for productivity, this is definitely something I would recommend, as it features sRGB over 99%, which gives you excellent color reproduction and accuracy. For ports, unfortunately, it only features 2 HDMI and 1 audio jack. It doesn't have any built-in speakers or height adjustability. It does, however, have VESA compatibility. If you've been in the market for an affordable ultra-wide monitor, this is one of the best options out there, so you should definitely check it out. As always, if you guys enjoy my top 5 tech videos, be sure to hit that like button to show your support. And I want to give a huge thanks to Kamigami Robots for making this video possible, which are these little guys over here. So check this out, guys. These are Kamigami Robots. You can basically build one yourself while learning the basics of programming and create and play interactive games. It's perfect for any age, especially if you have kids or family members who are into robotics, programming, or just tech in general. The best part about these is that you don't have to have any experience whatsoever to build and play with these. So I've been messing around with these the past few days and it's pretty addicting, to be honest. I think if you have pets, these toys would be even more effective. So the way it works is this: you get a sheet with a bunch of cutouts that you will need to build yourself a robot. You can then control it using a smartphone or tablet, as well as program and create games and interactions while learning the basics of coding. You can make them race, battle with other robots, scare your significant other by making it seem like there's a bug attacking her. I mean, the possibilities are open to your imagination. In terms of durability, these things can survive a 60 feet drop, so rest assured that they won't break easily. I honestly think this is a pretty cool gift for any age. Not only do you learn how to build and write code, but you can have fun with it as well. Normally these things go for $100, but since you're subscribed to the channel, you can get $40 off the price for a limited time. Just visit kamigamirobots.com/techsource or click on the link below. But yeah, pretty much wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next video.